Hello all, I am back in my 200 crochet blocks. Blankets, Throws, and Afghans by Jan Eaton, and today I will be making my interpretation of the water lily. I have chosen completely different colors than she has. So yeah. Sorry for the silence. Trying to count. Trying to get it done before I have to go help my husband at work, and we'll see. I have about an hour before I have to be there, and I don't know if I can make it. The last one took me exactly an hour to make. We'll see how it goes. We have a bunch of mulch and dirt that was given to us that we've been selling, and the Jesus Center called and asked if they could get a truckload, so we're going to deliver it tomorrow to them. So we're going to try and load it tonight. Doesn't make any sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 holes. Okay. It'll be nice to get rid of 30 pallets of, I'm not sure, I think they're getting dirt. Only and not mulch, but I don't know. But you can only fit 24 pallets on a semi truck, so I'm going to take, we have a little flatbed trailer that goes behind the pickup, and take that out there, and it will take 6 pallets. So hopefully we can one trip it, although it'll be 2 cars, but that's better than 2 trips, because they have to have a forklift there for us to be able to unload it all. I guess that means I don't really have an hour because I have to go get the trailer. I might not get it done. I'm going to have to finish it later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will be 7 holes. And a slip stitch. I'm hoping I have enough of that white. I feel like I am going to be playing yarn chicken with it. I don't know. I'm done with that. We'll see how it goes. Everybody loves a good game of yarn chicken. Just this joint doesn't say what I'm doing. A single crochet. Where's my single? Oh goodness. The last one I made, one round of yarn was splitty. So it was difficult to, a little more difficult to crochet than I thought it was going to be, which was kind of annoying. There we go. I can tell that this is going to be a video that I have to just fast forward because I can't count and talk at the same time. which is too bad. More importantly, lately I've had nothing to talk about. I don't know what's going on with me. Nothing interesting going on in my life, I guess. The only thing going on in my life is we have a truck show coming up, trying to get ready for that. Trying to get ads in some magazines and stuff, and I waited too long to get started, so now it's kind of a rush, I guess. That's my fault. Partially it's not my fault because my club members don't help very much. They say they want things, but they're not willing to do them. Maybe that's the way of volunteerism in general, is people want stuff to happen, but they want everybody else to make it happen. Last year at our truck show, because I didn't know if I was going to be able to rely on anybody to help with raffle tickets and t-shirt sales or merchandise sales or truck registration or anything like that. I ended up just hiring a couple of friends and the club paid for it so that I could have people that I could rely on to do it for me. Because when you're a volunteer, if you decide you don't want to help anymore, or you decide you're done helping, you just get up and walk off, and that's fine. Albeit frustrating for the person who gets stuck doing the job. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know, you know? Do you have experience volunteering? Our local newspaper put out an article about volunteerism and how hard it is to get new volunteers and how hard it is to get, how uncomfortable new people are, and walking into a room that's already established. And you know, I get that, it is. And how a lot of the clubs are dying because they don't have any new help. And I reached out to the editor. I have not heard back. I reached out to the editor. I said, I'd be more than happy to tell you about my volunteer experience in this town, because I signed up to do Rotary and they turned me down because they don't like my husband. Do not join. Chain 5. Single into the top of next double of round 1. That would be here. That feels really far, but maybe not. That doesn't make sense. Chain 5, working behind the pedal, skip 1 pedal and single into the top of the next double of round 1 and repeat. So they're going to be off center, I guess. Anyway, my husband had been a Rotarian and did not part ways well with them through no fault of his own. And then his son went to a couple Rotary meetings to see if he'd like to be a Rotarian, decided that he did not want to be a Rotarian, and so I had both of those things held against me, which is ironic because I wasn't around at that time. And I guess I get to be punished for the sins of people that I know. Is that how that works? Not sure. The ironic thing is the person that I had approached to sponsor me to be Rotarian never said a word to me after I was turned down. You would think that she would want to make sure that there was no ill will or anything, seeing as how she's my banker and all, but nope, never said a word. But I don't know. I will say this. I believe that I am always where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be there, and obviously I was not supposed to be there. And so it gave me that I did not get accepted because I think that it would have probably not been a fun experience. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 loops. Well, I was successful with that. Round 4. I've also recently just quit being a master gardener, and I could probably list off 20 different reasons why I quit. I did not supply any reasons to anybody. I just quit. The volunteer coordinator called me and was kind of fishing to try and figure out why I quit, but she didn't come out and ask, which is fine. I don't know that I would have told her. But what I think is interesting is Master Gardeners are a national organization, and there's a lot of oversight from the UC system. And I kind of expected a phone call from a paid person at the county level or at some level that somebody would call, because especially in our county where there was a very small group, I think there was 8 of us at the time that I quit, and I guess they just don't care. But I also think that somebody probably told them reasons for me quitting, and I will tell you that's just rumors, because I didn't say those were the reasons why I was quitting. And if I hear those rumors, I'll be like, well, did you hear that from me? Did you call to clarify? Did you call and ask? No, you did not. And I'm still a little bit blown away by that they didn't call and ask. I received an award last year for being a master gardener, so obviously I was doing good things for the program. I know I was one of the most active members in the program, but I guess none of that matters. I don't know. Maybe it's just my county. I have no idea. I know the county next door has well over 100 master gardeners, and I would have loved to belong to a county with a lot of master gardeners. I think it would have been much more rewarding to have more people to work with and more projects to work on and things to do. But you can't work outside your county. You have to do the work in the county that you live in. So I could only volunteer in my county, where there is a very small group of mostly inactive people. It's okay. I have other things to do in my life to fulfill my life and keep my life full, and I don't need the frustration and aggravation that was volunteering for that group. A blessing, again. I enjoyed my time. I'm glad I had the experience, but it was definitely time to move on with my life and do something different, and I couldn't continue to beat my head on that proverbial wall. And maybe someday I'll tell a story of why I don't want to be there anymore. Not today. It's okay. Put my money, time, and effort into other things now that are more fulfilling. Oh, I missed. It is really hot in my house, and I'm not sure why. I feel like my AC is either not on or not working. I'm going to go check it. My AC was definitely not as low as it could have been. I turned it down a little bit, and I turned the fan on higher. So if you can hear it now, I apologize, but it is August in Northern California, and it's hot because it's California in the Central Valley. And that's just the way it is here. I see it's windy outside. And I do see some clouds. They talked about thunderstorms, but I don't think that any of those thunderstorms are coming my way. Which is too bad. Love me a good thunderstorm. Oops. Oh, goodness. I'm back to the beginning. Let's see. It's going to ultimately be like that, I think. And basically another round of what I just did. And then a different color. But I am not going to have time to finish this right now, so I'm just going to stop for the moment, and I will come back to it later. And for you, instantaneous. But I need to go hook up my trailer and go help my husband. Good morning, all. I'm back. Per usual, I'm going to go run an errand. Took longer than I thought it was going to, and I didn't get to finish yesterday. So I'm going to try and finish it today before my errands start up again. Hmm. I didn't like where that attached last time. I still don't like where that attached. And now I don't know where to attach. Working behind the pedal. We're going to chain 7. And I guess we're going to single in here. Yeah, I'm not thrilled with that, but that's okay. So yesterday I went to help my husband load potting soil or raised bed garden soil, bags of I can't count and talk. Bags of dirt. We're going to deliver it to the Jesus Center today in another town. They got a grant, I guess, to make 37 raised beds, so that's pretty cool. I like to see organizations making gardens for people to use publicly. I think it's important that we get back to growing our own food. Sorry, kind of just joined a conversation. Let me get around here. I'm a little scratchy this morning, too. Still don't like that. Unhappy with that last round. But here we are. In the picture, the petals are lined up. And I don't think you can line the petals up based on where that is attached. And so it looks squashed right there and off. And I think I either read it wrong or it's written wrong. And I think it's written wrong and I don't like it. So I'm going to pull it out because it's going to drive me bonkers. Anyway, I think that we should teach people to garden, and we should grow more of our own food. I don't grow nearly enough as much food as I could. Um, right now I have bell peppers and potatoes. The potatoes are volunteer from, they just keep coming up year after year. I planted them once like a couple of years ago, and now they just keep coming up because I don't dig them all up, which is fine. Probably better that way. Let's try this again. Not sure what that is. It's a stretched out single. I have pumpkins that I'm hoping the granddaughters will get for Halloween. And I have strawberries, and my husband planted corn this year. We have cantaloupe, honeydew, and watermelon, and spaghetti squash, and a cherry tomato. We have lots of fruit trees, and some grapes and olives. But I should probably plant more like lettuce and things like that, but I don't. I do enjoy going out after my walk and eating tomatoes. Oops. I like that better. I believe that she has a typo in the directions, and I will change it because I think that makes more sense than what she had, and I didn't like what she had. This puts the petals directly behind the other petals, and it'll stack them based on the way the picture looks, and if you follow the directions, it will not. So I'm going to say that that is definitely a typo. And where it says double crochet, it should say single crochet. I find that this book kind of has quite a few, in my opinion. Where do I want to go here? I'm going to go here. Quite a few. I should have slip stitched into that. That's okay. What am I looking for? Typos. It has quite a few typos. But now that I've taken that out and redone it, I'm much happier. I don't think that that was where it was supposed to go at all. Anyway, we loaded up a bunch of dirt, and we're going to be delivering it to the Jesus Center today so that they can fill their raised beds, which will make their grant money go farther, which is nice, and it will get rid of a bunch of dirt that we have, which is also nice. Way too much dirt. My brain is not braining today at all. So I am just going to mute my audio and make this. Did I double, two doubles on? Two singles? Yeah, I did. I'm going to mute my audio and see if I can't finish this before it's time to go deliver the dirt. So it will also speed up at some point right here. Okay, working behind the petals. Might have to get my yarn bowl out. Join any single crochet on round 5. Like this. Not sure what I'm doing, but it's okay. That's funny. It says join into any single crochet on round 5, but they really don't mean that. They really mean join into one of the first single crochets on round 5, because the very next thing you do is make a corner, which means that you need both of these single crochets on round 5. But I only have, also interesting because, oh, I see, I need both of these single crochets right here. How many? Oh, this has 3 crochet hooks, so it is more advanced. But, and then I want to do 2 doubles into that same spot. I think I'm too far down. No? No. I think I'm too far down. But we'll find out. Not really, I guess. And then chain 3. If I don't like it, I can pull it out and redo it. 1, struggle is real. 2, 3. Corner made, it says. Chain 3. And then into this next one. I don't like where I'm at on those 2. I kind of want to round them instead of in them. I'm going to try that again. Okay. This is a single on round 6. They definitely want me in round 5. Which would be this one. I'm going to go here. Try this again. is a little splitty. And then 2 more in there. And then I'm going to go in this one. Like that. For my corner, I like that better already. A little less visible. And then chain 3. 3 double into the next single crochet. I'm going to get my chain out of the way. These are not great directions. I think part of the reason why it's advanced is because how can there be 2 singles there for you to make the corner into, and then the directions say 3 double into the next single and then chain 3 and repeat, when you're literally skipping singles at that point. There can't be 2 here and only 1 in each of these spots. This book is riddled with little things like that that don't make sense. So that would be a side, and then this next one should be a corner. Right here, this should be a corner. Figure out where my singles are. Go in this one. Unless they want all of this in one single, which would be okay also, I guess. Let's try that over here. There's definitely 2 singles there, and they don't mention, she doesn't mention at all skipping one of them, which is weird, because there's definitely a single to skip there. And if you followed her directions to a T, you wouldn't even get all the way around. There's a bit of interpretation going on. I feel sorry for people who are learning to crochet, trying to navigate bad instructions. You can't just slap 3 crochet hooks on it and say this is an advanced pattern. Good luck. Also, in hers, you cannot see that corner joined at all right there, and I don't see how you can avoid it. In the picture, if I can show that to you, it's not going to focus as well as I would like. There's no evidence of it joining in there at all. So I don't see how you can avoid that, though, showing. By going where you were told to go, it's definitely going to show, which is too bad. But I'm going to try to soldier on here through her painfully difficult instructions that don't make any sense. And I will be back when I have more to report. Well, it's finished. It's okay. I'm not in love with it. These petals do not line up the way the picture shows that they should, which leads me to believe that I did not attach them where they were attached when the sample was made. But I did follow the directions, and if you look at the picture, the petals lie on top of each other, and mine don't. So I'm going to say there's probably more errors in there than I'm aware of. I feel like it should have attached down farther behind the previous petals instead of up higher where it's at, but it's done. And I think my other squares are all 8 inches. So if I were to block it, which I'm not going to, it would stretch out. I might block it before I sew it into the blanket. But it would stretch out to the 8 inches. It's okay. It's pretty. It's not, again, not the same because the petals should be stacked neatly on top of each other, and they're not. I don't know that I'd make it again, but it's done. Thanks for watching.